Hello guys. This is Jinja. I've come to tour Jinja, and we're going to have a look at the source of the Nile and so forth and see what is there. See you shortly. Those are my visitors, Kina Steve, Kina John, Max and Lillian. There we go. Now approaching the lake. Those are trains that transport the fuel coming from Kisumu, and it stops from here and brings fuel. As you can see them, those are fuel coming in. They are here packed. This is a boat, a ferry that transports the cargo and so forth. There's a police station here. So basically, this is a place that attracts more tourists coming in. So let's go ahead and see what is there in front. Max, don't worry.
How did you come from? I didn't look.
Your phobia. John, naenda?
Tunataka kuingia ndani ya boat.
Crossover here. So some part of the pier couldn't step there. So now the water levels have again risen because of the rains, the heavy rains we've been having. Yeah, we have some different roads across the country which have the bridges are broken. Like the main road in Katonga River broke off because of the flooding of the water.
That's Massacre Road.
Massacre.
No, it's
No, it's possible. The source is ahead. We are going to see it. So I think we can go take the boat and then get it tasted. You can utilize the seats and the middle one. Those two. Yeah, you can utilize them. So do you want?
Yeah.
This from TZ. This is from TZ, from one. Right? This is one of the smallest.
Oh.
This is one of the smaller ones. We have. You'll see like the other one there. Any kawa overboard. One pamba. Kawa. Kawa is coffee.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Oh, kahawa.
Kawa. So we have two. We have pamba and kawa. Pamba for cotton. Yes. So what happened?
Is it because your H is silent in your dialect?
Sorry?
Your H is silent to say kawa.
We don't have ha. It's wa.
Oh yeah.
It's kawa. So what happened though? When the East African community fell apart, so there were only two ships that had been existed. There was MV Uhuru and MV Umoja. And because the major ports at the time were considered to be Kisumu and what? And Mwanza, because Uganda didn't have a coastline. So these ships would come to Uganda, collect product, and take it to either of the ports. So by then the president was Idi Amin. So when the East Africa split, Kenya took Uhuru, then Tanzania took Umoja. Now Uganda was left with none. So the president then was so angry. Why we were disadvantaged? So he ordered to make five of them, 5 ships, similar to the other one. So among them was Kabalega, MV Kabalega, MV Pamba. Here there's another one. Those that usually frequent here like 6 of them, because they usually come to take tiles, sugar, molasses. So now this is Kawa, one for
Coffee.
Uganda Railway. So why it belongs to the Uganda Railway is because it was still built by the British by the British during the time the construction of the train of the rail line was still going.
It was not with the land.
No, it was major. That's why it's called the wagon ferry. For it transports wagons, the same. It's like a train bridge on water.
Oh yeah, you can.
So how old is it?
This one was constructed in 70. No, it was completed in 81. That's when it started operation. And the other one has been renovated, Bamba. It's been renovated and now it's also still operational. But when majorly docks in Port Bed,
Kampala.
So I just want to show you some of the few things around. Like the hill there, you see a hill which has a tank?
Yeah.
That hill with the tank now, that has a prison. There's a prison on it. One of the biggest prisons in the country. We have Priscilla. Priscilla is top prison. Now this one is maximum.
So you can be condemned here.
So here we have people who have been there for the rest of their lives. The people who have been there for like the last 20, 30 years.
It's a maximum prison there.
Now, the one unique thing about this particular prison though, is that hill you see, it's like the way you see the fire, the way the fire was built, and then it is in the water. It is man-made.
Oh, that is land.
It's man-made. But it's a semi-island. It's like an island in the water. No. So at the time there was a gentleman who collaborated with the British. He was called Semei Kapungulu. In Uganda, you must know Semei Kapungulu. Semei Kapungulu was one of those Ugandans that liaised with the British and were so hungry for power. He wanted to become a ruler, so he wanted to take over.
This is another one.
This is another one. It's also being loaded. It's also being
Now
loaded.
this one goes to where?
Now this one goes to either Kisumu. This is majorly going to Kisumu.
What are they really loading in this?
Petrol.
No, this is not fuel. This is it's probably either wheat, grain, sort of collected as much so it pile up there. It was still growing bigger, and then the people rebelled against it. There was a rebellion. So they're like, no, we cannot take this anymore. So that's when they rebelled and they started what they call the Soga Luchiko. The Soga Luchiko is the Soga Parliament. Soga Parliament. And now that they elected some of their early presidents, and now that is how the Chavazinga, who happens to be the title of the king of Soga, came about. So the title Chavazinga literally means to engal, or to collect them together, to collect the Soga together. Because according to them, all chiefs are autonomous, they are equal. Because when you trace back their history, from where they came from, they came and established here, they took over the land as brothers. So then later they took up what makes the Soga kingdom different. So when they decided to come up with a king is only ideally a king to help with the mobilization as a person leading all the other chiefs to rule the kingdom. So he leads the kingdom along with the chiefs. So much as he's on top of the chief of the kingdom, the chiefs rule their own chiefdoms. He doesn't have to interfere with the chiefdom's business. Yeah, that is how their constitution is arranged. So now, after that, the government prison there in the early the early 20s. After that, they established a prison. We have the oldest, police station. Jinja has the oldest police station, the CPS in Jinja. It's the oldest CPS, central police station in Uganda. So it was also constructed in 28, because that is when the construction of the rail line had arrived Jinja. Those are the fish cages.
There. Now this is still part of Lake Victoria.
So we are still on Lake Victoria. Yes. But like I've told you, we are finishing the Gulf, and then we get to the river. Yes. And of course, back then, by the time John Speak visited, he mapped the place as the source of the River Nile. The river was still virgin, the lake was virgin. The water bodies were really untampered with. You could clearly see all the feature. So at the source of the Nile, there are springs. You shall reach there and you're going to see how water comes from underground. So part of the water in the river comes from beneath, and part of the water is not flowing up. Some of the water is from the lake, but most of the water is also from underground, that's springs. So, but back in the time, you could clearly see that when the water levels, when the lake water was still low, you could see a bit of a depression, water falling off from the lake into the river. But because of the different rise in the waters, also the construction of the different water dams. So this is the source. So the source, so there's a concrete pillar on the other side, and this concrete pillar here, that was built that marked the zero line, the 0 point. But there where you see the boat, we are going to reach there. You will see where the waters start to seem like they are going. That is one the 0 point. Yeah, this picture is being taken by the water. It tries to fight to get to the roof, and that's how they trap it. So it is easier to fish. Yes, here the catching fish. Yes. And the bridge, the bridge is down there. Then there's a train bridge down. There's the one you crossed, and then the train bridge that I was telling you, then she goes all the way up to Kampala, Portugal.
Can women fish?
Yeah. They must move at the same speed. They must move at
They're not moving. They're stationary. They're anchored. They're not moving.
That's who are moving.
Yeah.
That's who are moving.
But also, what is happening is that now you've reached a point. This way, we only have more of the waves on this side.
Yeah, here it is moving.
Here it is going.
It is going that way.
Yeah, it's kind of going
So,
the other side.
if you can, so we are now on the stream, and I've no deep turn of the engine. We shall do the same when we come back on the lake, and you see what happens. So now what's happening? What's happening? What do you do now?
Okay.
You realize that?
So we are going.
So we're now going this way. So if it does not turn on the engine, we can go all the way up to the dam.
So what is it?
So now we are going. Now that is the 0 point. That is the source of the Nile. That is the springs, where the springs are.
Oh.
Yes.
That one.
So we are going to go there, and you can get experience to see the place.
You mean these guys are stationed at the same time?
Yeah. So now I'll tell you about the water increasing. You see there's a structure here. That structure sits on an island. There's an island which starts from there, goes all the way up to where the building is. But it got submerged because of the rising of the waters.
Anything is stationary?
It's us who are moving. Yes, it's us who are moving.
By the water.
Kienda, right? You know, grip on wire to come over.
Now you keep looking. So it's not moving.
No, not all of them are stationed.
You can see how it looks like it.
They are stationed.
It looks like advanced than the bridge.
If we are to remain like this, we'll go up to the bridge.
So the stream can continue taking you if you don't control it. So basically the engine is to propel the boat into a direction. The engine does not affect the boat in any floating, because the boat is supposed to be floating.
So now, whatever is called the source, the source of Nile is here.
It's there. When John Speak visited, I will show you the place where he stood. There is a monument just over there. He stood there, that is in 1962. And he observed. And when he saw the waterfall, it was so mesmerizing. So he named it Ripon. Now Ripon was the president of the Royal Geographical Society. The Royal Geographical Society back in England is done, which he was mandated which was in charge of the explorers. Remember, all explorers were usually soldiers on a mission. So it is the Royal Geographical Society which would send them to come and explore and map and find resources for the kingdom. So the structure you see there, that maroon pillar there, falls. Yes. As you see, the water here rushes differently. You see, there's even
Yeah, the water is calm and cool.
and there is a lot of rotation.
Rotation, yes.
That's because it's deep, so it goes down and then comes back up.
There's a spiral effect.
Yeah, it's spiral. So it goes all the way up downstream here. So down there is where the Mahatma Gandhi monument is, and below is where we have the John Smith monument.
And so this is the mouth of the river now.
No, the mouth is in Egypt, where it ends.
And not the mouth, I mean the source.
The source is up there. We've left it. We are going to go there. We are going to go there so you
So
can.
this is the river now.
So this is the river. We're now on the river.
Oh, we're on the river.
You don't see waves. Do you see waves?
No.
The waves, we left them behind.
Yeah.
Because the waves are on the lake. On the river we have a stream, a current. That's why there's the spiral effect. Yes.
If you don't anchor the boat, tomorrow you'll find it.
It just continues. If you don't anchor it, it's a power bridge here. Rambo here. Everyone.
This is one of his station.
Yeah, that's the engine is on. I just stand it.
So here it is very deep.
The average depth of the river is about 11 meters. Nile. So some places about maybe 14.
All through.
The average depth.
All through.
So
That's
yes.
the quantity of water that flows.
So some places could be deeper than 11 meters. Around here is a bit deep. Why? Because there was a lot of water increase. So when the water increases, it creates a higher volume. So it increases the depth. Also, one thing you're going to note is that the Victoria Nile is the starting point of the river up to Maction Falls. Victoria Nile. That channel, and then also we have what we call the Kazinga channel in western Uganda. Those 2 points in Uganda are the ones with the highest number of species of birds. The rest of Uganda. Yet again, Uganda takes up about 50% of all African bird species and 11% of the world's bird species. So
11%.
11.
Why is that? Because we have many forests.
Now that is why
It's an environment.
the environment. You've heard of why they say that birds and butterflies live in the most serene environment. Now that is why you call Uganda is also called the park.
The least contaminated.
Yes, they want to very calm, very beautiful, very nice environment that is not contaminated, not polluted. Now that is your.
So as it's called the bridge, you are crossing the river.
So yeah, the river proceeds all the way. So
now
these are
that's the
hotels. These are hotels. That is a hotel. There is a nightlife bar there. It's called the Bourbon.
So when you're in that hotel, you are told this is River Nile, not
Yeah.
Victoria.
No, this is River Nile.
It's no longer Victoria.
No, we left Victoria behind. And traditionally, the lake for Victoria is Nalubad.
Narua.
Nalubad.
There's a lot.
Yes. Now this one here,
Was it the old one?
this one here is
train.
this is the train bridge, and it is the oldest bridge over the Nile.
So what they did, they gave they put a lot of soil here.
So yeah, all that was a train to make it narrow and stronger. Yes.
Now, these bottles are for what?
Now those are they are fish traps. Eh? Those are floats. So those are the fishermen use those as floats to know where their traps are. So they have like small baskets down the water which keep trapping the fish.
You say as you go down the current is
Upstream. It's like when you're driving on a hill.
Oh, okay.
What monkeys here?
Yeah, we have monkeys, but they're seasonal. There are seasons when there are so many of them.
They come,
Then there are moments when they are lost. Then we also have the mountain lizards and river otters. But that's a giant one.
The monitor lizards, how big?
The mountain lizard can be the mountain lizard can be up to a meter, meter and a half. You can go to meter and a half. They're usually really and they're shy, but sometimes I want born in water. So here, what you see here, this is the waterfall. So all the now that stone there, there's a bed of rocks from across all the other side. So this is the remaining protruding rock. Now back in the time, they would come on the stones and tap the fish from the stone while the water falls over. So because the stone was a very famous place, Jinja having been a fishing village, and the most common activity being fishing. The stone or the rock traditionally they call it a Jinja. Now that is where Jinja derives its name, from these stones which are the waterfall. We try to revamp it and make sure that it stays there. It's an animal, very strong.
And this was a national island.
Natural, yeah.
Not yet.
It's a natural
It's a natural island. No, I mean engine room down.
No. Yeah.
Hizo walikuwa empty. Kuna magari unaweka hapo mzigo juu hapo. Ama ndio hivyo ndio empty. Mzigo ndani. Lakini hapo chini kuna kitu. Lakini ukiwa na gari unaweza
nyingine automatically. Unajua njia iko straight.
Yes.
Tunaita waypoints. Kama nikifika hapa itaniambia sasa umefika, nenda. Nakupenda hapa ni maji kadhaa. Hivyo hivyo. Kwa mfano hawa, wakati sisi tunakuja, tunakutana naenda Mwanza. Sawa.
Experience. Gani go to Kawadi?
What about the international? Yeah, the train. Let's not run any. What?
Until you create this channel.
As you can see the flag of Tanzania and Uganda, that means this
There's a
boat.
mini weather station here.
Yes. And means
Like a weather station.
this ship is from Tanzania. Since it is in Uganda, you have to make sure you put the flag of Uganda to show that you are already in Uganda.